is Ren Tin Tin because I'm twice as nice, and this is the Drop Hip Hop Uncensored, where I bring you ultimate rising stars of South Africa. Now today my guest is Grand Cypher winner, Bonakere Podium Moment winner, rapper and all-round hustler, Venus Rap. Hi Ma, what do you do? Welcome to the Drop.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here. This is my favorite place. Right next to you.
But we go way, Bella. We've been doing this hustling thing. So I want to start off the bat, Nam. Mm-hmm. When did you pick up your pen for the first time? I know, but let them know.
I'm gonna go ahead and say 2010. Yeah, 2010, because 2009 I started rapping, but at that time I still had like a ghostwriter. And then my ghostwriter, was trying to get in them panties. So I was like, nah, fuck you, nigga. So I had to teach myself how to write.
So that was the moment
2010, I'll say.
Where you were like, you know what, I'm writing this shit down and I'm working on it.
Facts, big facts. Because I was like, I'm not going to have a nigga thinks he has
power
over me just because you're writing my shit. Because I can write too, bitch.
Shout out to you for that, hey? And at that age, like, it speaks volume about your character as well. Now, you decide in 2010 to start writing your own raps, right? Mm-hmm. Then I'm the Best drops. You're originally from KZN. Then you moved to Joburg. Girl. So what's the first thing about Joburg that stood out for you? Because everybody in your hometown took I'm the Best so well, and they received it so well that it made noise. Then you're like, you know what? Let me just go and blow the shit up and go to Joburg.
Actually, prior to moving to Joburg, I had to quit music and move to my dad's side of the family. And that was solely because of school. So my grades were suffering because I was focused on something completely different at the time. So yeah, I had to move to my dad's, and then from there I moved to Joburg. Now, the first thing that stood out for me in Joburg, this is going to be so weird, Moonchild. I kid you not. Moonchild was the first thing, because coming from Newcastle, everyone in Newcastle is mostly conservative. The most, when we say we're whiling, sugas pools. That's it.
That's nice.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So coming to Joburg was like, because for me, there was something inside me that said, I really want to be out there and be different and express myself by the way that I look, from my hair right down to my toes. So seeing Moonchild for the first time, I think
with the blue hair,
Nancy taxi me, bruh, and she was walking past, coming to that taxi. I can't even remember what she came there to do, and then she walked away. I was just like, that's
Wait,
me.
So did you realize, like, years after, shit, that was Moonchild?
Yes. Okay. I think I saw her like 3 times, and then the third time I was with some gent. I asked him, I'm like, bro, I always see that hand. Who is she? He's like, oh, that's Moonchild. I'm like, okay, cool. So I just kept it in my mind. And then the first time that I met her, I think was through Umbli. And I was like, bro, I went from looking at this hun just like miles away, like, oh.
And seeing her,
and then
like,
next thing she knows me. She knows my name. I'm like, hello. So that was fun. She's actually the reason why I decided to get the green hair, because
that's like your trademark.
Yeah. Because for her it was the blue, right? And it was.
And
the
you
blue
always
blue.
have blue hair. Even your bobs are blue. Blue hair every single time. But I like that, because it when you think about Venus, you think
green hair.
Yeah, you're thinking that green.
So I'm really trying to capitalize a lot on that, because initially when I started doing the whole green hair thing, it was just I just wanted to to look cute and and then eventually it was like, okay, when people see green braids, they think Venus. Like, it's a thing. Like, I remember one of my friends was like, oh, I have the green hair in, and then some nigga came up to me at Kitsch, was like, yo,
like
Venus. And she's my height, she's my build, like, she looks like me.
Whoa, that's crazy.
So this nigga dead ass thought it was me, and I was like, oh.
So the revolution is being publicized.
Dead ass.
Now, you are an independent artist, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
As an independent artist, what's the greatest thing about being independent? Because a lot of people will look into the bad things of being independent, you don't have money or stuff like that. But for you, what are the highlights or like the significant things that just like that you love, that you know what, my independence is great?
I think the greatest thing for me about being independent is I have creative control. Like, I can be who I want to be. I can change my hair whenever I want to change my hair. I can literally, my brand is me. So, it's not a thing where I'm in studio and someone's telling me, yo, you need to make a trap song if I don't feel like making a trap song. You know what I'm saying?
Your creative space is up to you.
It's up to me. Like, I decide what it is that I want to do, and my manager is then going to advise me on how to best execute what I want to do. But nobody's ever telling me, yo, this is what you need to do. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like coming from being signed and being told what to do all the time, and then being in such, like, where I have complete
control,
free reign. It's just like, clean.
Now, you are like the hustler of note, right? And you've been on so many platforms, and I'm talking MTV Base Cypher, your MTV Raps, Bubblegum Magazine, SA Hip Hop. Like you've been on like Girl Uyagereza. Like you
know what?
Like you hustle hard. So what I want to know is which one to date of the platforms that you've been on has been the greatest for you?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and say Trace Africa, because like throughout all the things that I do, all the plugs that I get and all the shit that I do, that was the first one where my mom felt the need to cry because I
remember she was even like saying, I see you on TV. Oh, man.
Bro, she was holding her phone recording and she was sobbing at the same time.
Aww.
And she was shouting at my baby brother, like, go find my phone. My baby brother's like, it's in your hand. She's like, oh my God. And she laughed because she was so emotional. She was just like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I said, oh my God, my baby. Like, I watched the video and it made me cry. And then I had to delete it because she was like, bitch, if you post that, I'm crying all over the
But that's so beautiful.
That was, and then I think the first week that it was on Trace Africa, or was it the second week, she saw it and then she sent me the video. And then about 2-3 weeks later, I went to her house to visit, and we had the pleasure of watching it together, and it was.
Aww.
I was just chilling by the screen like, yo,
that's
double.
me.
I'm like, double.
That's me.
That was fun. Yeah, that's
such a beautiful story, because also not a lot of people experience the same with their parents. And different creatives have different experiences with their parents as well.
Yes.
So for your mom to be like, oh my God, my child, I did that.
Like, I really think one of the things that I'm most grateful for is my mother. Because not just like in the sense you're to my mom, but in the sense of she used to be a musician as well. She was a singer. So as soon as I was like, okay, I'm rapping now, and I made her listen to my first song, she was with it from the word go. She was just like, we need to get you out there. You need to do this.
You need to push.
You know what I'm saying? So from the moment she heard my first song, she was with it from the get go. And then now it's getting to a point where I'm worried about certain things, but like I'm in certain struggles, but I need to push because I need to get to the end goal, which is to see my music become what I believe it is. You know what I'm saying? And she's there still, like
supporting you in
know
your
what I'm
corner.
Saying? And that's so perfect. Like I don't even know how I would function if
she wasn't in your corner.
If she wasn't in my corner, if she was just like, I don't believe in this music shit, I wouldn't be okay.
That's pretty okay.
Yeah.
I want to go into your latest professional work, right? So you recently just won a week ago, actually, a couple of days ago.
Sir.
Studio 88's Podium Moment.
Yes.
Girl, congratulations!
Thank you.
That's a serious deal. Also, the coins that came in. That's.
I paid my rent, boy. Please, don't be playing with me. Yo, because I haven't been working, so I'm like, I was sitting there, I'm like, hey, where's this rent gonna come from?
Didn't you have a 9 to 5?
I did, but we can't do the 9 to 5 either right now. So I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yeah, could be my flower. And then,
who's paying the rent? You paid the rent.
I'm like, who's going to pay these rents? You're going to be homeless. And then,
blessings and blessings.
No, you know what happened? I was just sitting there. I'm like, hey, God,
do your thing.
I'm like, hey, God, Hey. And then I saw this thing on social media. I'm like, yo, if you want to win 7,200, I'm like, rent. Hey, God. Hey, hey, please, I beg, where is this thing? I was making notes, my nigga. Like, I'm not gonna get this wrong. They gonna hear me.
They gonna know what you're made of.
They gonna hear me. But I think the last couple of days when it was just the four of us now.
That's when it hits you.
I'm like, yo, this Linyora gent is about to,
take your money.
He's about to mop the floor with my ass, nigga. Like, damn.
Now, I want to put you on the spot, right? Your name is Venus Reps.
Yeah, boo.
And you won the podium moment, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you share with us the bars that got you to win?
It actually was not bars. It was a story. So the thing was that you just needed to post a video that tells people about your podium moment, which is the moment that you feel proudest about, where you felt like, okay, the odds were against me, but we made it, my nigga. So you just had to do like a video. So my thing was that I wanted to do a video that stood out from the rest. So I kicked it in with a couple of bars that I do every time I do my performances. So kind of like an introduction, you know. And then I went into the story, which is the Trace Africa story. And then, I mean, nobody's going to sit there and go, I've never wanted to make my mom proud. Everybody wants to make their mama proud. Nigga.
Everybody wants to make their parents proud.
Yeah, so I feel like those were the bars.
But that being said, give us that introduction. You can't say a podium moment winner and then you walk out here without receipts. We want receipts.
Fine. Okay, so it's calculated expectations. Everybody's hands is out, palms is up with palpitations. Hit me like I'm pumping 9. Everybody trying to ride my wave. I feel like I'ma drown. Stop random hand-me-downs. Now niggas want them hand-me-outs. No freebies, no freaky dicky with me when I'm in my zone. Trying to get this money coming. Niggas talking put me on. How I'm supposed to put you on when I myself ain't even on? Niggas want a piece of my piece of the pie. I'm really gone.
Ooh!
Yes, sir.
What you mean? Get your life. This is why you won. No, that was really dope.
I really feel
that was really dope.
I really feel like it might have been an advantage, the fact that I do rap, because Studio 88 is like kind of like a streetwear, you know.
But it's also in the hip hop culture, because hip hop isn't just about the bars. Hip hop is about the stories, the street culture. It's about the fashion. It's about, you know, buzz and movement. So I think I love the fact that it didn't just focus on the rapping or the musical side of hip hop.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope. What I want us to talk about now is that a couple of months ago you dropped Glock Lesnar, then you win the podium, and I want to know, how's the rollout going? And then you dropped the video as well. You dropped the video on YouTube as well. So I want to know, how's that rollout going?
After I dropped Glock, right, I did a thing where, so, okay, the week that I dropped Glock was a week after I was on Yo MTV Raps, right? And it was fun and games. I was having fun. And then I got the job, the 9 to 5, and I was like, hey, this music is not bringing the money, so just leave this thing now.
It was testing
you know
your passion.
So I wasn't doing music for, I think, all of 2019 after I dropped Glock. And then I remember my manager hit me up sometime early this year. Like, yo, dude, so Mansa is doing a listening session. Do you want to perform? I was like, I'm not here because, you know, I haven't performed in a minute. And then in my head, it was just like, no, just go ahead and do it. So I went and I did it. And I had so much fun that I was just like, it reminded me why I started doing music. So after that, we had to get back the video that I did with Maestro, which is Must Not Know Me. So we had to just get it back and then plan how we're going to drop it. And then after we dropped Must Not Know Me, we dropped, was it the Bring On Bars cypher? Yeah, and then after that was Corner Store, right? So Corner Store is a single that I did with Cholo Azaya and Man Q, which followed the video. The video was basically just kind of Yeah, but when you're getting in gear, yeah, it was like
it was just like a starter.
It's like y'all need to know I'm around now. You need to start breathing
I'm
different.
I'm on my way.
You need to start breathing different because you know what. So yeah, it was dope. It was dope. I'm having fun right now with the music, especially because I'm not coming home tired as fuck, having to think about bars because you're recording this weekend. No, it's bars the whole day now.
So, speaking of you being in a good and happy place, what's your best studio moment? And when I say studio moment, I mean in the booth moment, or like when you're recording or in your sessions.
I think I've never had a moment when it's still like a booth moment, when we're still recording, because I like when I'm recording, I get stressed out because I want it to
be perfect.
Yeah.
So your perfection kind of now
it clouds because any time I'm in studio, I'm having the best time, ne? But at the same time, I need to also remember the fact that this song is gonna be listened to by some certain people, and certain people they're not gonna listen to your song and go, she raps great for a girl. They're gonna take it apart. So it needs to be
good.
It needs to be amazing. It needs your delivery. The standard of every single aspect of the song needs to be so good that they can't hold you.
They can't tear it apart. And speaking of tearing apart, like even I know you have a deep voice, but when you rap, you turn into the Terminator. Girl, you turn into the whole King Terminator to fuck up the whole galaxy.
Bruh. I don't know what happens, eh? Like,
and the thing is, it's still your voice, but it's just like
it's just deeper.
Yo,
like Batman. Batman jumped out.
You know what? You have a lot of crazy moments. And you are a character who's very vocal and self-explanatory, right? So, what's the craziest thing that you've done personally?
Music.
Really?
Music. Because I don't feel like I'll be doing crazy shit like that. Like, I feel like I'm just loud. But
you're just being yourself.
Yeah. Like, I think the craziest thing that I've done in my life is decide that I want to be a musician. That's about it. Oh, no. Actually, to top that is moving out of home, not knowing where the fuck I'm going, to do music, though.
You know what? Ride your own wave. Honestly, and I love that drove you out of your mama house, still with your mama's support, and got you into an independent place, not even just in creative or musical independence, but also personal adulting independence.
Yeah.
And which brings me back to this. What advice would you give, or what would you say to a kid out there watching you and is thinking about moving out the house and moving to Joburg, or moving to go do their music, or moving to go push whatever hustle that they may be pushing, whether it being music, fashion, engineering, whatever hustle that they want to push?
I think first things first, I'm going to say just whatever happens, don't stop. Like, if something burns you so much that it requires you to leave your comfort zone, just know that you love that thing with all you have in you, number one. Number two, breaking down is not going to solve anything. Like, shit will go down. Like, I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure more than 10 times I've been at a place where the next day I might be homeless. The next day I might be homeless. I have one day, like less than a day, 12 hours probably.
To fix your shit, but you fix
to figure out what the fuck is going to happen. Sure. And at the end of the day, it happens. Like something happens. What the most important thing to realize is that if you break down, you kind of invite the energy of ukuthi kuphelile. You know what I'm saying? So constantly believe in the fact that you're not going to come this far only for you to get this far.
Fail.
You know what I'm saying? You can constantly, continuously, consistently push through that. You're going to get to where you're going, but there are going to be hurdles. It's not just a bike ride. You're going to bike, you're going to swim, you're going to jump, you're going to run. Everything is going to happen. Everything under the sun. Like, just when you think nothing else can go wrong, it will go wrong. But if you break down in that point and you give up, that's all that's ever gonna happen. But if you push through it, then you're good.
You're good to go.
You're good. You're good.
Those are some powerful words, and I love the genuineness in it. Girl,
it's facts. It's facts.
What can we expect from you creatively? Then EP coming, an album, maybe another single, another visual. What,
baby? We're dropping my favorite song. My favorite song. My manager knows I've been like
you've been wanting to drop this song.
Bro, I texted him a whole paragraph begging him, I want to drop this song. So yeah, we're dropping Kittens next. And then I don't know when the mixtape is coming, but we will be working on a mixtape this year, because I just feel like I'm finally at a place where I can speak about all the things I've been through, all the things I'm going through, all the things I want to get to, freely. I can be myself freely. I can, I'm comfortable, man, in the space that I'm at, mentally, emotionally. Sometimes it's shaky, but we're here.
It always gets shaky at some point.
We're here. Though.
Remember the first time I was trying to do the drop?
Yo.
Then the second time I was trying to do the drop. Look at us now.
We're here.
It works out. Where can people follow you and book you?
Okay, so you can follow me at Venus Raps, just one word, on Instagram and Twitter. Hey, Facebook, guys. There's nothing to see there. You can get it on Twitter and Insta. Just leave Facebook.
Right, when I
just leave. I'm like, leave it. So, where you can book me, you can. Okay, so I have a bookings email. It's book Venus Raps, or you can just follow my manager Jonah the Being and just DM him. I beg, bother him, pester him. Until he's fine, Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much for pulling through to the job. I can't wait to hear your performance in the booth. It's been a minute since I've seen you perform, so I'm looking forward to that. And we wish you all the best. I know you're gonna come back, so I'm not gonna say I hope you come back. That was Venus's episode on the job. Because I'm twice as nice. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your people to tell their people. Listen, follow us on all social media platforms. Twitter, The Drop Uncensored. Instagram, The Drop Uncensored. Bona. From my heart to yours, mahalo everybody.